Hi, I'm Jennifer and this is Kate, and we are really excited here for the Feast of St. Nicholas, which is coming up on December 6th. It is absolutely one of our favorites.
So in honor of this feast day, we wanted to try something different this year, try a sort of St. Nicholas challenge to live more like him and spread more joy.
So we have 5 easy ways of doing that we want to share with you today, and these are all directly inspired by the life of St. Nicholas himself.
So let's go ahead and get started.
Okay, so first off, as I said, we love St. Nicholas here, and we have always loved celebrating his feast day in all the traditional ways, leaving our shoes out for St. Nick to fill with treats and enjoying the chocolate coins that he leaves, and also reading picture books, baking cookies. We've done it all, we still do it all good stuff.
But this past week, we read this beautiful biography of St. Nicholas by Demi, which has a ton of interesting information about him and his life.
So we've always known that there's a lot more to St. Nicholas than giving gifts and having fun, but this book had a couple of details in it that we hadn't heard before, and they made quite an impression on us. St. Nicholas did not have an easy life, but he never wavered in his faith. He always followed Jesus.
And since we know that we're called to imitate the saints and live holy lives, that inspired us to come up with our 5 easy ways to live more like St. Nicholas on his feast day.
Okay, our first way is probably the most common thing that people think about when they think of trying to imitate St. Nick, and that is being generous and giving someone a gift of money or a present on his feast day. We know from his biography that he inherited a large fortune from his parents, and he delighted in giving that away and helping out the poor.
Many of us know the fun story where he tossed the money bags in an open window for the 3 women for their dowries. They were going to be sold into slavery because they were too poor to get married.
So on his feast day, we are challenging ourselves to be more generous, to give more generously, and there are so many ways that you can do that. But one of our favorites is the classic pay it forward method, and that is paying for the groceries of the person in line behind you at the store, or paying for someone's meal at a restaurant.
Or you could donate to your favorite charity on December 6th. We love Cross Catholic Outreach. You could donate to their Box of Joy program, or you and your kids could sit down and pick something out of their catalog to gift to a family in need. So you could give someone a goat or a pig for Christmas.
Oh, I love that idea. I think we'll go for the pig this year. But we also know that St. Nicholas is a special patron of children. There's the story of the 3 little boys who were murdered and chopped up, and their bodies were hidden in a big barrel full of pickle brine. But then St. Nicholas came along and restored them to life. So that's a pretty gruesome story, but it has a happy ending. And so in St. Nicholas's honor, you could donate money to St. Jude Children's Hospital, which provides free care for any child who is sick, so the parents don't have to have that financial worry. And it is super easy to go online and donate right at their website, and you can even make a donation in honor of someone.
So our second way is based on the fact that St. Nicholas is all about helping people. He once appeared to Emperor Constantine in a dream and told him to release 3 men who were falsely accused of a crime. So he is known as the protector of prisoners and captives.
So we think his feast day would be a great day to do a work of mercy, and that is visit the imprisoned. Now, that doesn't mean that you necessarily have to round everybody up and go down to the prison yourself, which could be a little bit difficult to do, but you could definitely pray for prisoners at home, or you could even stop by the church and say a prayer for them there.
Or you could visit someone who is imprisoned in their house, someone who is elderly or sick. You know that seeing a friendly face would bring them so much joy.
And if you live too far away to drop by in person, you could call someone like grandpa or grandma, or you could FaceTime them. Everybody loves that.
And then another twist on this same idea, you could stand up in defense of someone on December 6th, like St. Nicholas did for the 3 men. For example, you could stand up in defense of the unborn, you could pray a rosary for the babies in danger of abortion.
Or you could pray for someone who is being bullied or heckled at school or at work. You could offer them your prayers and your friendship, and that would definitely bring them some joy.
So number 3 is to think about how St. Nicholas did a lot of his work in secret. He very much liked to be anonymous.
Yeah, he never sought any self-recognition or praise for himself. So December 6th is a great day to do an act of kindness for someone anonymously. So that could look like sending someone a text or a letter, thanking them for their friendship, or telling them, hey, I noticed that you did XYZ and it turned out great. You did a great job. Way to go.
And you could have a lot of fun with it. You could even put an anonymous letter in your neighbor's mailbox saying how much you like their Christmas decorations or their lawn.
Or you could even, and I like this idea, do someone else's chores at home, but do it anonymously and then just leave them a note saying how much you appreciate their help on a day-to-day basis.
So number 4, St. Nicholas during his lifetime was called confessor. He was arrested multiple times for being a Christian, but even in the face of torture, he would still confess his faith and his belief in Jesus Christ.
So the term confessor was actually a term of honor. People would see him walking down the street and they would yell out, Nicholas, confessor, pray for us, because that was acknowledging that he was a holy and very brave man who didn't crumble in the face of torture.
So along those lines, on his feast day, we can be more bold in our faith. So that can mean posting a Bible verse or something religious on social media, or inviting someone to church, or even something as simple as saying, God bless you to the cashier at the checkout.
And you could also, and this is what we're planning to do, is wear your Jesus t-shirts and hoodies. So we are all decked out here today. Someone sees you wearing something like this, and this boldly proclaims, I am a Christian, no doubt about it.
So lastly, number 5, when St. Nicholas was a young man, he went on a pilgrimage to the Holy Land, and on his way there, he joyfully recited the Beatitudes from the Gospel of Matthew.
So we think that December 6th is a great day to pause our busy schedules and take some time to read and reflect on the Beatitudes. In fact, if you're a fan of the TV show The Chosen, which we are, there is one episode about the Beatitudes, and in that, Jesus tells Matthew that the Beatitudes are a roadmap that lead directly to me. If you're searching for me, you will find me by following the Beatitudes.
So that episode is a great way to experience and understand the Beatitudes more fully, and you can watch it for free online. We'll have a link to the specific season and episode down below.
It's a great resource. So finally, to wrap things up, in a recent episode of the Bible in a Year podcast with Father Mike mentions that we should be striving to get into heaven with more intensity and desire than an Olympic athlete strives to win a gold medal. So basically, we should be striving to live like saints all the time.
So we hope that this list of 5 ways to live more like St. Nicholas will help us all do just that.
So let us know in the comments which of these ideas appeals to you the most. We'd love to know.
So we hope you enjoyed today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.